should know. I have never really liked you at all. I cannot hide it anymore. I've been thinking about the future, trying to forget about the past. So many ways that I could change for the better.
I'm sorry. Hold on just a minute. Here we go.
This is a true crime discussions channel. We speculate. This is all just speculation. Because it's true crime, it's for mature audiences only. There will be no children allowed, no exceptions. Everything on this channel falls under fair use. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's free.
Hey, y'all. It's good to see you. I don't know why I'm so big. I wish I wasn't. I mean, I don't want to be that small either. Anyway, it's good to see y'all. I'm so glad y'all are all here. I have some things to discuss with you. Somebody just pulled up. I thought it was my husband. First, let me access this live real quick so I can shout y'all out. I did call the school today. I'm waiting on the dean to call me back. I did record that. So as soon as she calls me back and I can talk to her about sending this money over, I will have that video out for you guys. There are 2 videos that I released. And they have things in them that were not in the other ones. Now, the jail call, there was one small thing that was in this one that was not in the other one, but I do want to double check with you guys. So what I'm going to do is go back to the first one, and I'm going to play the section that I think is different, and then we'll play the full new one. So it's good to see you. Chatterbox talks a lot. Mima Sandy, Gray Moon, Bad Girl, Hio, Malibu Surf, Misty, Bad Girl, Nene Nut, Cara, Orange Rose, Lisa Lynn, Australia Made, Bad Girl, Brittany, Patty Ward, let's see, Crystal, Jennifer Hoff. I scheduled my live earlier. Thank you all for being here. And for some reason it wasn't up, so I went to go live and it was not there. So I was like, what on earth? Where did it go? Okay, so some people did not catch the new thing in the jail call. There was a couple of new things in the other video I released, and we'll talk about all of that. But I want to go back and listen to this one part. Okay, hold on a minute and I'll drop the link. I don't know exactly where it's at, but I'll skip the beginning of this one.
For English. Oprima el dos.
Should be maybe here.
How you been?
I've been trying to call. They've had us on lockdown so often. Every time I've asked, we've been on a Code 5 lockdown.
Hey, Robin.
Okay.
Which means I've been unable to call. I've been trying to call all weekend, too.
So you've been on lockdown all this time?
Off and on, yes. On the days that I've asked, we've happened to be on lockdown, which means either an incident has happened or they're just so understaffed that they have to lock everyone down. It's probably more to do with the staffing.
Okay. How you been?
Well, you know, had the world's shittiest birthday present, so.
Yeah.
That irked my soul because Madeline had the world's shittiest birthday party. I mean, but world's shittiest birthday present. I just can't with that. I did drop the link if anybody wants to come up.
And then you didn't call, so I'm assuming because
Amanda.
of changes that they prevented you from calling?
No, they were actually moving me around a lot, shuffling back and forth, so I was having to get my phone privileges jockeyed back and forth, which takes...
Hey, Pink Banjo. That could be something you guys are finding more. You guys are finding things, and I'm finding things too. People have pointed out a couple of things to me in the other call. This one, I've only noticed one small thing so far, and I'm double checking that now. And then I'll tell you what it is when we listen to the full jail call in just a minute, the newer one.
It's a little while, and then, like I said, the days that I was asking, we happened to be on lockdown on those days. So it's just been inconvenient.
Okay.
Very inconvenient timing, and then we were on lockdown all weekend. I wanted to call on Mom's birthday. I tried to call yesterday. I tried to call Saturday, and it was no go anytime. So, but I've been wanting to call. How have you been?
I'm trying to put this on speaker.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put this on speaker. Okay.
How have you been?
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
Right, Lisa?
I can hear you. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, I got some
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hey, Francis, and Chrissy knows it all.
speaker.
Okay. Is Mom there?
Yes, mom's with me now.
Okay. Happy birthday, belated birthday, Mom, and happy belated Mother's Day.
Hi, sweetheart. I was so hoping to hear from you. I'm so glad I'm hearing from you now.
Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't able to call you all weekend. They had us on lockdown, so no one was able to do anything.
Were you expecting these charges?
No.
The murder charge.
Oh, well, we know you.
Okay. So there was nothing. Okay, so there was nothing new. I thought that it didn't say the murder charge in this video. So I'll have to take the newer one down because it is the same video. I didn't remember Chris Stern saying the murder charge. So I will fix that, and I do apologize to anybody who heard it and listened to it again thinking there was something new. I thought I heard something. I never thought I heard him say the murder charge. So I was wrong about that. So I'll fix that. I apologize to anybody who listened to it.
Lockdown, so no one was able to do anything.
Were you expecting these charges?
No.
The murder charge.
Oh, well, we know you.
Okay, so you got blindsided by that.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not true. I never would have wanted her gone for any reason, so.
Okay, so Hio and I react to the new release of the jail call. If you guys want to see that, the one that we released, and we thought that we never heard Chris Stearns specifically say the murder charge, but evidently he did. So that's my fault. I'm sorry, Pink Banjo. I didn't mean to do that. I apologize. Hey, Sylvie, good to see you. Hey, Julie, good to see you. Australia Maid, good to see you. So we'll continue listening to this. I do sincerely apologize about that because I did think there was something new. I just deleted that video off of my page. So I do apologize again. Australia said, was she expecting a Mother's Day call after unaliving someone? Good question. Good question. Probably. I didn't remember Chris saying the murder charge either, but this is the old call. So it's definitely in there. I didn't remember him saying specifically the murder charge either. I thought that was the new part, but evidently it's there. So I backed it up a little bit, and we'll just listen to the whole call here.
Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't able to call you all weekend. They had us on lockdown, so no one was able to do anything.
Were you expecting these charges?
No.
The murder charge.
Oh, well, we know you.
Okay, so you got blindsided by that.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not true. I never would have wanted her gone for any reason, so, premeditated first degree is kind of a dick punch.
That's always been weird to me, and it makes me feel like he's going to try to, well, there's another part of this we'll talk about, but I feel like he's going to try to blame Jen. Him saying, I would have never wanted her gone for any reason, so premeditated first degree was kind of a dick punch. If it was an accident, I could understand how premeditated might be a dick punch, quote unquote dick punch, but first degree, I mean, something happened and she's no longer here on this earthly plane with us. So, and it was supposedly, or from what everybody knows right now, at your hands. So I don't know why that's so shocking to you. Good morning, Edith, or afternoon, wherever you're at. Pink Banjo said, hey, potential murderer son, where's my Mother's Day card? No wonder he's such a mess. Yeah. Yeah. Who says dick punch to their parents? I don't know. I guess they were really close. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I was wondering if you had any updates or anything.
Nope, we haven't heard a thing. Just, speculation that she's been
Hiding
put in an institution and hiding in an institution.
at her lawyer's request.
Yeah.
I mean, are you cooperating with police about her participation in any of this stuff?
There's been no opportunity for me to cooperate with anything. As I understand, the police keep saying that I'm uncooperative, but they haven't asked me anything to cooperate with, so whatever that means.
So definitely check Hio out, Hio Sandra Firelight, because we talked about this video over there on her channel this morning. The reason they're saying he's uncooperative is because he lawyered up immediately. Now, asking for a lawyer when you're being questioned is your constitutional right. And if you ever find yourself in that situation, I would highly advise you to not say anything until you get a lawyer. But they do tend to label you as you're not working with them. Basically, I'm having a brain fart, but what he just said, because you've lawyered up, and so that means you won't talk to them without a lawyer. Therefore, you're unresponsive, or what he just said. Lisa Lynn said there's video showing him putting her in the trunk, him driving with her unallowed in the car. He really thinks everyone but him is dumb. Yep. Hey, Ashley. Good to see you, love. Francis said, well, if I could spell, I can't spell half the time either. Hey, Matilda. Good to see you. Oh, she's putting it out after our live, so make sure you guys go check it out. It's morning in San Francisco. I would love to go to San Francisco. Hey, Rachel, love.
So your attorney isn't approaching them and saying, my client would like to speak with you?
No, my attorneys are pretty much saying to keep my mouth shut until the trial starts.
Well, okay.
Okay. I don't know why they were going to wait till the trial, but that's their business, not mine.
They don't want anything to hurt my chances.
Yep, understand. Okay.
Hey, what was Joey's last name?
Beltry?
Yeah, Veltri.
Joey Beltry? Beltry?
Beltry.
Beltry or Beltry?
Veltri with a V, like victory.
V.
I wonder if that person's going to be a witness. I've seen the depositions list. Now, they do have a discovery document in that file, in that paperwork that was modified recently. So I am going to be looking at that. I've got to print it out first, but I do have it on my Patreon right now. I don't know what all will be in it, but it's titled Discovery. So I'm interested to dig into that. I haven't had time yet. Hey, Rubber Ramada. And Bad Girl said, please hit the thumbs up for our girl, and I do appreciate that. If you guys don't mind, please hit the thumbs up. This call is not new. This Dainty Dane, this call has been out for a while. I thought that they had unredacted the word murder from his dad when his dad said, were you expecting the murder charge? But I just found out that I was wrong and that he did say the murder charge. This is the original call that's been out for a while. Pink Banjo, I do believe they're talking about one of his friends that maybe could be a good character witness. You're welcome. Yeah, Lisa Lynn, yes, his parents are enablers. Absolutely, without a doubt. Cara said, his dad's tone kills me in this call. His dad's tone says it all about Stefan. All the BS coming from Stefan and his dad's reaction, which is like, what? Okay, yep, right. I didn't remember it. That's why I thought it was new, but evidently I was wrong. So again, I apologize about that.
Okay.
Ava?
All right.
So yeah, it's basically, obviously there's concerns that they're artificially inflating everything up as high as they can possibly do it.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So I don't know
What'll stick.
what the plan is there. If they're just trying to scare me into pleading down, or I don't know.
No, they're
Yeah, she says no, they're not. And I don't think that he's going to be offered a plea deal at all. They've got so much evidence on him. They've got the body. This case is not circumstantial whatsoever. I think they're going full-fledged for the death penalty. I mean, and rightly so, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm kind of upset with myself because I listened to this call over and over so I could put their faces up. You see how their faces pop up when they're talking. I should have remembered that, but I didn't. because I listened to this call like over and over. This was one of the ones I knew better than any other. That's why I was so sure when he said murder charge. I was like, oh, I know that's not new because I had listened to it so many times. But sometimes we're wrong. I appreciate y'all being understanding. Rachel said his dad knows now what he's done. Yeah, he does. Hey, Scratch to Paint. You watched it a few times yourself and you didn't catch the murder part either. See? I don't know. I knew that he said murder charge using contextual clues, but I didn't remember him saying actual murder charge. Where I am at, it is 1:55 p.m. I am in North Carolina. Lisa Lynn said, I love the little kids on the phone. So cute. Yeah, I was trying to find the old corded phones from back in the day. And then this little boy, angry, reminded me of Stefan. And this little girl's like, well, that reminded me of his dad. Hey, Katya.
They're not.
They're just trying to hurt me as much as possible.
Are you able to share the Saturday night before you left for Kissimmee? You were pretty upset about something. Did it have to do anything with Kissimmee and the events that took place the next couple of days?
No.
Okay.
No, I was just stressed out about money and job and everything like that.
Now, we know 100% that Stephen Stearns was not stressed out about money because he was getting it from somewhere. He wasn't stressed out about a job because he didn't have to have one to stay with his parents. He wasn't worried about a job. He was stressed out about something to do with Maddie. What? We don't know yet. But the last thing on his mind was getting a damn job. I can tell you that. Hey, Jenna's Gypsy, good to see you. Brittany, good to see you. Hunter's Moon, good to see you. Australian Maid said, quote, can I see, unquote. Jen asked the police about images. I know in my heart she's guilty, as no parent wants to see it. And it being someone that found images, you just hope for Alzheimer's. Police are watching her. I hope they are, but don't forget they made that comment that they went through her phone line by line, thousands of hours, and said that Stephen was working independently. Brittany Cook pointed out that they said the events that took place. Yep. Hey, Bama Cat.
Someone got on a YouTube thing and said that you were.
That's another point. Good point that you made. Bama Cat said his dad just said he left Saturday night going to Jen's. The story was he didn't get to Jen's till Sunday. Right, until he picked Maddie up from the birthday party. That has been something we've had questions about for quite a while. I don't know what the answer to that is. I don't know if he was there Saturday night. I don't know if that's why Jen is like, I can't remember if he got here Saturday or Sunday. Or I don't know if they're misremembering and that he did pick Maddie up, or not pick Maddie up from the birthday party, but he arrived after Maddie got home from the birthday party. That's always been a question in my mind too, considering that Jen can't seem to remember if he got there Saturday or Sunday. And thank you for pointing that out.
You weren't even at the party.
Party?
Hey, Veronica.
Yeah, her birthday party.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet. I went up there Sunday evening and got there after she was done at her party.
Oh, okay.
And we were very happy that I was there. We were very happy that the three of us were together. It was shaping up to be a great week and a great visit. There's no reason for anything to happen. That happened.
So right there, it was shaping up to be a good visit. Everybody was happy. I was there. There was no reason for what happened to have happened. That makes me feel like he's going to try to blame Jen because, he's there. It's shaping up to be a good weekend. Everybody's happy. And then he says there's no reason for what happened to have happened. That's taking him out of the situation. That's saying that there was no reason for the person who did this to do what they did. Hey, Capital K Productions, good to see you. Super Row, good to see you. Brittany pointed out that he wasn't even invited to the party. Maddie's grandma didn't even like him at all. Yep. That's why he went after the party, I'm assuming. Super Row says, seems the Canadian neighbors spotted Stephen Stearns on Saturday. Yes, I remember that now. Thank you for pointing that out again as well. Yes, the Canadian neighbors did say they saw Stephen on Saturday. Thank you again for pointing that out. Hey, Indie Girl, my love. Indie Girl said, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Capital K said, love your pink buckets. Oh, really? You started your tomatoes from seeds. You do a container growing from kitchen scraps justice for Maddie. That's so sweet. I'm glad you got to see that. I love the pink buckets too. I put sugar, flour, and rice in them. I want to get some more, but I don't have anywhere to put them right now. For anybody coming in, I did call the school today. The dean, I do believe they said, is supposed to call me back. They seemed happy about, that we had raised money. They thought it was a really sweet thing to do, a sweet gesture. And I recorded that phone call. And when they call me back, I'll probably have to pause. And they're supposed to call me today. And I will record that as well and get that money sent over to them. It's $364 that we raised. We raised, I think, 250. We raised 250 something, and then I put in $100 from the stream that we did. Matilda said, and Jen excuses for acting strange Saturday is she forgot to take her meds. Yep. Pamela said, how could it be a great weekend if he supposedly got there Sunday evening? Good point. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, I saw that Jay was collecting money for a bench to be put out in Maddie's name. I thought that was sweet as well. I like the tree idea too. I wish I could do that. If I was closer, I'd go plant a tree in her name. Hey, Kimmy C.
Is
Hey,
there
Rhonda.
some explanation of I came up Wednesday morning, met you at the hotel early in the morning, and is there some explanation why you left and went where you went?
I was driving around.
Okay. Understood you were driving around, but they know where you were driving around.
He was meandering.
Yeah. Well,
And we know.
okay. I had wanted to grab a few things and get my ducks in a row, kind of prepare myself for whatever was coming, but
He wanted to delete the images off of the damn Google account is what he wanted to do. That's why he went down there and connected to the internet, but was unable to do so. Is the bench paid for? That's so awesome. I saw that they were selling shirts and stuff. Rhonda said Jen never forgets her meds, so I call BS on that. Yep. And you're not going to with bipolar medication, it takes a couple of weeks to get built up in your system. I don't think you would feel that much different after missing them from one day. I don't think that you would be able to tell dramatically that you missed them She should be. I'll message her and see if she's okay. I had to do it after the live. I think I saw her in Discord last night, but I could be wrong. Rhonda never ever forgot one med, on the contrary, in my opinion. Yeah. And then quickly, Australian Maid said, oh, really? Thank you for clarifying that. I hope the laws for notifying kids missing from school by 9:30 a.m. is a rule. Jen has an ice addict. He went there a.m. off to cop a cyclone. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, he said he had to get his ducks in a row. Yep.
I couldn't find what I was looking for.
Okay.
And then I ended up just kind of driving around aimlessly.
Okay. I mean, you asked me to come up, and we hardly spent 35 minutes the entire time I was there throughout the entire day. And it's like, I wasn't sure why I was there. And then I was caught off guard by what happened later that afternoon, and obviously haven't seen you since.
Yeah, well, I just felt like I needed an ally there.
Well, I wish you had.
And that's another thing that makes me question if he's going to try to blame Jen. I needed an ally there. Number one, why do you need an ally there who is working against you? I don't think that's not the school. Okay. Who's working against you that you need an ally there? What? And you didn't even tell him anything. He used to be law enforcement. If anybody could help you, I would think it would be him. But you didn't tell him anything. And why do you need an alibi? Who's working against you? Is it because Jen did something and then you helped her afterwards because you felt guilty about the CSAM? And so you didn't want her to pin this all on you, exactly like what happened? Like, is that what you're going to try to say down the road? I have questions. Hey, Abellis, they were just wondering where you were at. It's good to see you, love. I'm so glad you are here. Mima said, do you think he was going to commit homicide on himself or unalive himself with the firearm and chickened out? I think it's a possibility because his dad brought it up, but that's the only reason that I think that's a possibility. I think Stephen Stearns loves himself too much to unalive himself. I think Stephen Stearns only loves one person in the whole entire world, and that is Stephen Stearns. So I don't think he would have ever done it.
Did come to me and talk to me about some stuff, and maybe we could have helped you out some way. Helped you.
Oh, Australian made. Be careful, love. I hope you're safe out there. That's an interesting theory. I've wondered that sometimes, but Mad Monkey said his parents had no idea that he was not invited to the party, and he had the nerve to say he did not get there on time. What a liar. Right. I don't know if it was you or somebody else that said there was nothing new about the jail call, and I said there was something new. And if it was you, I wanted to let you know that I was wrong, and I do apologize. Gray Moon, if I didn't say hey to you, hey, love. Hey, Joyous.
You out in some way of giving you some advice, but certainly under the extenuating circumstances, what was later discovered obviously couldn't help you any further than what had already taken place. So the most logical thing would be to have,
Hey, Jenny.
face up to it and have a conversation with the appropriate authorities or get an attorney or something. But be that as it may. Yeah.
Well, we got a copy of your birth certificate for Sheila Marino and for your case. We're trying to get hospital records from the TBI, but Sarasota Memorial says you were never a patient there, so that's ridiculous because we know you were.
Yeah. And were you able to find my social security card?
Yes.
Good. I presume it was probably in that mouse toy box with everything?
I don't know.
No, it wasn't.
It's in my,
No, I don't recall where it was, but it wasn't. It wasn't there. But
I don't remember if you had confirmed or not. Were you able to find my watch?
No, we weren't.
So that never stood out to me until me and Hio were talking about that. And you'll have to check her out. I don't want to leave you on the edge of your seat about that, but she made something click in my head with that comment about the watch. So definitely check her out after the live and see where we talked about this call. Carr said, I honestly don't think that was even a thought in the P brain. He probably used that firearm for a power trip. His Reddit comments and posts show he thought he was a badass. He absolutely did. Again, Stephen Stearns has got to be the smartest man in the room. He's the one who knows it all. And I know, I have questions of whether Jen was manipulating everybody in the house or whether he was. I do believe he was a completely different person behind closed doors. I mean, obviously we know he was, especially with Maddie, but I think he was maybe verbally and mentally abusive to Jen as well. Edith gifted a membership. If you were the lucky recipient of that membership, please make sure you tell Edith thank you. That was so very sweet of you, Edith. I don't have my live pulled up yet, so I can't see who it went to, but I will check. If you were gifted a membership from Edith, please tell her thank you, and I'll jump on the crazy train to pick you up for Speculation Station. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Thank you so much, Edith. That was so sweet and supportive of you. Thank you so much. That was so sweet. Thank you. Missing his Mickey Mouse watch. Yeah, I think he said it was in a Mickey Mouse box, but he's definitely looking for his watch. Rhonda said the Stearns raised a monster and they never held Stephen accountable for anything. Maybe if they had, he wouldn't have turned out that way. Hey, content. It's hard. I think they enabled him a lot. I really do. But I don't think they ever thought that enabling him the way they did would make him do these things.
So
There was no popcorn box.
Oh,
so
Little silver mouse
we already
toy.
had your Social Security card. So why did you think we need I already knew your number. I don't. Why do you think we need to find the card?
that they try to change the subject real quick when he talks about the watch. Why are they trying to change the subject so quick? What's the deal with the watch? Because they know they're being recorded. They're tiptoeing around the conversation. When he starts talking about the watch, it's the only time that I'm aware of that Dad cuts him off and is like, oh, we couldn't find the Social Security card. I mean, that says to me that he wants him to stop talking about that watch. Why? Mary has been a member for 3 months. Thank you for being here, Mary. And thank you for being a member for 3 months. I can't believe you've been around part of the Speculating family for that long. We love you. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. I have 3 comments and then we'll get back to the call. Australia Maid said, if Deb and Chris got divorced, are they still brother and sister? Ooh. Wait a minute. Stephen must have pulled off the victim mentality over Jen. That's big. So are you questioning if him and his stepbrother are still siblings? I don't know about brother and sister, but I don't know. I would assume he would still have I would say he'd have a relationship with his stepbrother, but from what I understand, they never had much of a relationship anyway. Capital K Productions said, I think he's going to say Jen did it and law enforcement already gave her immunity. I could be wrong. He did take Madeline and put her in the woods, so he could have disposed of her for Jen, in my opinion. I don't know. So sad. I think that's definitely a possible speculation of what might happen. Mad Monkey 2 said, my confidence is running low for Florida state death penalty. Way too many criminals are just getting life, even after horrendous acts. I really hope that he gets the death penalty. I really do.
Card.
Just in case I was going to need it in the future.
Okay. Well, we have that.
Hey, Tish.
How long I'm going to be here, if or when I'll ever be released, or if you guys are going to be around at that point. But, birth certificate, Social Security card might be things I'll need in that case.
Well, the penalty for the crimes you have been charged with carry a minimum 40-year sentence. So obviously we're going to be gone. Rick will be gone. We'll all be gone. I mean, we're sad about that, obviously, because there won't be anybody here for you when you come out.
Yeah, and I'll be lucky if I have another 40 years left in me either, so.
Yeah.
Hey, Anders.
I guess everything sticks.
I wish there was a way that, you and I can have a conversation, all of us could have a conversation to understand what's taken place, how this came about, how you arrived here, because it would help us better understand the situation, because we're at a loss for understanding how all this came about. I mean, we're just totally baffled.
Well, I didn't start it.
Okay, he didn't see, again, that makes me question if he's going to try to blame Jen by the comment, well, I didn't start it. And his dad says, well, even if you didn't start it, you participated, which is just as bad, which is the truth. If you found out that somebody else had started something or been messing with that girl, you don't join in. You tell somebody, you take to the police. My God, man. And his parents are upset, like, where did this all come from? How did it all start? I mean, I'm sure they feel guilty. I'm sure they question, like, where they went wrong. And I don't know if it's necessarily anything they did specifically. Could be a number of things. It could be he was just born that way, or it could be some things they did. But, any parent's going to kind of blame themselves. Carr said the death penalty could be thrown out with capital murder, but I don't think with the CSAM. And if he doesn't get it, just think of all the people waiting to get him in general population. That's a good point. If you did, I saw that you were saying that they should be housed in general population and not protective custody. If that happened, I don't think they'd ever make it to trial. Linda, good to see you, said since Jen Soto is not upset and never asked if the police found anything, that she never expected anyone to find Maddie. So she knows everything, probably main part of the crime. I do agree. Edith, I don't think his dad thinks he's getting out. I think he thinks he's getting out. That's what I think.
Well, you didn't start it, but you participated in it, which is just as bad as not starting it, but that's for another day. Again, I don't know if
details or anything, but, I mean, if you'd like to schedule a visit with me or something, maybe we can find some way to talk.
I don't know. I think we're always going to be recorded, so there won't be an opportunity to do that. Now,
Mima Cindy said, did the photos span before he was with Jen? So I do believe the photos of children being abused started before he was with Jen. I know the first photo, from what I understand, the first photo of Madeline being abused happened June 19th or 20th of 2019. And the very next day, there's a picture of them in the pool and Madeline's on his shoulders. That was the day after she was abused for the first time. We talked about that in a live we did on Madeline recently. It's been maybe in the last 3 or 4, possibly 5 lives we did about Maddie. It's a TikTok video. I don't know where it's at right now. I'd have to look for it and pull it up. Jennifer said his voice makes me itch. Me too, girl. Hey, Annette. Hey, Ever Love Me said, I think his parents try to straddle the fence on loving him, but hating him. How terrible to realize your son is pure evil. Right. And I mean, going from a parent's perspective, like if you found out your child did this and you had never raised them to be that way. And I mean, it would be a hard situation to be in, because like CSAM, if I found out my child had been doing CSAM and abusing a child, I don't know that I could even support them in jail. That would be hard for me. Anything else, I would probably still support my child in jail, because at the end of the day, that's still your child. You still love them. You still raise them. You never stop loving your children. So it's a hard place to be in.
we have to make arrangements for you to sign off on a power of attorney so we can do something with this car.
Yeah.
And I would have to bring a document over. They won't even let me see you. I would just hand it to the classification officer. He would bring it in, you'd sign it, they would notarize it, give it back to me, and I would leave.
Okay. I think I just got the 1-minute warning.
Okay.
So yeah, give them whatever you need, and I'll sign whatever I need to sign. In the meantime, I'll try to call back in the next couple of days and we'll talk some more. If you wouldn't mind putting a little more money in my commissary as well.
All right, I can't do much stuff because we are really, when I say dead ass broke, I mean dead ass broke.
That's what this call was all about to begin with, in my opinion. Matt's Monkey said, can they line up the text between Jen and Stefan when she said she's not sleeping with me anymore, and see what his response was to that, or question to that was? Yeah, they will. I'm sure they will when we go to trial for it. And I'm sure we'll get to see all that as long as they let the media in. Hopefully that motion doesn't pass. But as of right now, they haven't released that. And again, I will say that they told Stefan's dad, Chris Stearns, that they went through line by line thousands of hours and determined that Stefan Stearns was working independently. So, I mean, I don't know if they were telling him that. I don't know why they would say that, instead of, like, if they don't want to give details about the case, why they wouldn't just say it's an open investigation. So obviously we can't talk about it. But instead of saying that, they said we've been through line by line thousands of hours of Jen's phone and she's not involved. So that makes me think that maybe she wasn't involved. But then why do you offer immunity to someone who's not involved? So I have lots of questions that probably won't be answered until trial, unfortunately.
I'll do what I can.
Okay, I appreciate it.
That could change, but right now, for the next 30 days, we are definitely in lockdown.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, all right.
Maybe
I'll try to get over there within the week to get the POA taken care of.
Okay. There's a 15-minute cooldown before I can call back. I'll see if I can call back again. If not, I'll try to call back in the next couple of days.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Okay. All right. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so that was the jail call. We just listened to that one because I thought the other one had new stuff in it, but unfortunately it did not. What was I saying? Oh, you saw what on Vinny, that they were going to make it public. I don't think that they cannot make it public. I mean, because people of the like court TV, the media and things like that, they are going to want to talk about this case. I've seen them bringing it up. Like when we start talking about it a lot on YouTube and when people are getting more interested in it, I've noticed that court TV and Vinnie Politan and the news will start talking about it again too, even if it's stuff that's not real new. So I really think that they're going to push for it to be
Okay, first I want to take
televised. Court TV and all of them. That's who I'm dependent
a
on.
second and thank Little Red for sending me this.
That's who I'm dependent on, because if it's made public and if they can get that motion suppressed, it's going to be made public by the news. Jenna's Gypsy said Deb and Chris have to start Meals on Wheels so Steph can have his snacks. Lord have mercy. Tony said, I don't think we will get a lot of answers, in my opinion. I don't know. Yeah, I hope we do, but that's, I guess, me trying to be optimistic. Rachel said he just wants money on his commissary. Exactly. Content Angel said his defense attorney will file to have cameras excluded. They already did. They already did. And I'm hoping, like I said, that the news can get that thrown out. Rhonda said Stephen always had money but rarely worked. Where did he get his money? Good question. And lastly, before we start this video, Mercedes said, this old man knew and he has his own secrets. I have no proof, but I know with everything inside me that he has his own secrets. I've heard that. I've heard that a few times, but I haven't been able to verify it. So I try to verify everything before I come to you guys with it. That's why I felt bad about thinking the jail call said the murder charge and it didn't. So I've heard it, but I can't verify it. You gave me a super chat. Hold on. You did, and it didn't show up. It shows up in my back chat now. Thank you for letting me know. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Mary said one sign of a psychopath is being a liar and sounding believable and trying to confuse the facts. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate that. Like, I don't even know. It's not in my regular chat. I had to go all the way to the back. Like, because when you send a super chat or share a milestone or gift memberships, it automatically stars them. And so I had to check there. Thank you so much for that, Mary. That was so sweet. I don't know why I didn't see it. Darlene said, have you heard that Maddie was with him at the vape shop? I have, but I have not found that interview yet. So I'm looking for that. I'm still going through this stuff. I noticed a couple of things in this interview that I wanted to go ahead and get out to you guys. And so I went ahead and did this one. So I'm working on going through everything. Now this one has the new photos in it as well. So I did put those out. I also have put out a lot of the audios and the photos on my Patreon if you guys want to check that out. So again, I do want to thank Lil Red. Lil Red sent me the basically everything, and I really do appreciate them for that. That was so awesome for them to do that.
Information. If you have not subscribed to them, please do so. I will link them in the description box below, and their channel looks like this. Also, thank you, Hio Sandra, for making this audio where we could hear it and helping me with that. If you have not checked her out, please do so. She will also be linked below. This audio has
yeah, I called Hio yesterday at like 5:30. I was walking up to my garden and I was almost in tears because I made the whole video and then my audio wouldn't work. So I was like, please, can you fix it? And she fixed it in like 5 minutes. She's so awesome. Rhonda said Stephen can get a job in jail if he doesn't work, no money for the commissary. Well, I know he has been approved to be able to work, and I've noticed through his commissary that we released that he has to pay $2 3 or 4 times a day. So what I'm thinking is that they're charging him for all of his meals in Florida. I think that comes out of his commissary. So if he's not working for his meals or something, he's going to keep getting doxed out of his commissary. And if they send him money, it's just all going to go to that. And he won't be able to buy food off of the commissary. And you get hungry in there between meals. I'm going to tell you that right now. Mima said, Rhonda, he tried to get out of work in jail, but they said, nope, you are working. Really? I hadn't heard that. I don't think so because of what he did. I think that's why they put his capable to work, but he can't. Possible. Linda said, I've always thought Steppen was stressed because Jen Soto wanted him to do something to Madeline. Jen didn't want to be close to the crime. She just wanted it done. She called. He had not planned this trip. He was upset. I think that's a possible speculation too.
Has been released on my channel already, but it was recently re-released and the redactions are gone. Steffen talks about his role in Maddie's life, and towards the end, the officers question him about the position of Maddie's body in his car.
So I did say the redactions are gone. For some reason, they still redacted Maddie's name and Jen's name, so that's still there. But there's stuff that has been unredacted. Lori said, did the neighbors say he was sitting in Jen's car on Saturday or Sunday? Yes, they did. I remember that. He was saying he was sick. Okay, so that's probably why he was in medical. I did pin the StreamYard link if anybody wants to come up.
Central Florida, I'm sure you're aware.
Case number 24-11313. Today's date is February 28th, 2024. The time is 00:16 hours. Speaking with Stefan again. Okay. So, as you guys know, they have phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've been going through the phone, and they noticed that there was like a lot of messages between you and
Mm-hmm.
can you explain to me what your relationship is between you and
Yeah, stepfather of sorts, I guess. She thought of me as a dad, thinks of me as a dad.
Did you catch that major F up right there? He said she thought of me as a dad and then fixes it real quick to thinks of me as a dad right there. They already had his phone, so I think they might have been somewhat suspicious, but right there, that sealed the deal. That sealed the deal. After that, she's like, yeah, I'm not cutting you any slack. Oh, probably a watch that takes pics, you think, Jennifer? I didn't think about what kind of watch that he had, but I did when Hio brought it up. Anna, it's good to see you, love. Anna said, thanks, allegedly speculating, for sharing this new stuff. It's been so interesting. Well, you're welcome. Thank you to the person, Lil Red, who sent it to me. I'm glad that I was able to get it out. A lot of other channels have been going over other things too, so make sure you check out like Plunder, Gavin Fish, Strategic Eyes. I think they've all been putting out stuff related to this document drop as well. Mad Monkey said maybe Jen threatened to tell him. Maybe that's why she showed up and was nervous because he didn't want to do it, and she threatened she was going to lift the lid on everything. I think that that's a possible speculation. I think so. Absolutely. Lastly, before I get back to the interview, Annette said the interview with the female officer, she asked him 3 times if it was okay to have the phone, and he agreed 3 times. And I'll tell you something about that. So from what I was told by Gavin Fish's mod, Gothic Breenax, this document drop was sent to him and it was titled Unsolicited. So from what she told me, basically Gavin is a member of the press. He works for a newspaper company or something like that during the day, if I understand correctly. And if the state's attorney's office or the DA wants something leaked to the media, they will send it to the media and it's titled Unsolicited, which means you didn't ask for this, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. So there's something in these files and in these document drops that they want leaked. And I wonder if they've unredacted how many times she asked him for his phone. And then he said, yeah, you can have my phone, gave her permission because, it's in one of those motions that it was against his constitutional rights for her to ask for the phone and basically take it. He didn't have a choice in the situation. And I'm wondering if they wanted this leak to basically prove that he did have a choice in the situation or if it's something else. Oh, Anna, that's so sweet. You guys make it the best. That was so sweet. Thank you. You guys make it the best. The Speculating family makes this channel great. I could talk to myself for hours, but I'd be nothing without you guys. Rhonda said he thought he was so smart doing that factory reset. He absolutely did. And lastly, sorry, before I get back to it, Dainty said, was he Mirandized when he gave permission to take the phone? That will make a big difference. I do not think so. Hey, Beach Bum. I don't know if I said hey to you. So I'm going to back that up and play that again. He catches himself after referring to Maddie in the past tense.
February 28th, 2024. The time is 00:16 hours, speaking with Stefan again. Okay. So, as you guys know, they have phone, right? They've been going through the phone, and they noticed that there was like a lot of messages between you and can you explain to me what your relationship is between you and
Yeah, stepfather of sorts, I guess. She thought of me as a dad, thinks of me as a dad. Mostly things
Right there, you just fucked up, buddy.
like, when are you going to call us? When are you going to come up here and visit? Hey, poopy head, get online. Things like that.
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Your phone. I told you that I was gonna hold on to it and that we would like to download your phone, right?
Okay.
Is this something that I have your consent to do, or do I need to get a search warrant for your phone?
It should be fine.
You're okay with us going through your phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're saying that basically he didn't have a choice. The way she asked him, he didn't have the choice to say no, and he didn't. But that's the way the police do it, so they can get the phone. Do I have your permission to do it, or do I need to get a search warrant? Now, technically, those are your only options, but per the Constitution, he should have the right to say no and feel like he can say no. You don't have the right to do that. And that's kind of what his judge is trying to throw at the wall to see if it sticks. Mercedes says he was not a suspect when they asked for the phone, so no need to Mirandize. Good point. Good point. I saw a couple of comments. Beach Bum said abuse groomer. Somebody said, I think that he's trying to say she came on to him, and I think that's a possibility right there. Jennifer said, no, I think he's trying to say Maddie came on to him. And I think, I've heard that, and I think it's a possible speculation that that's what he means by when he didn't start it. It's definitely possible, but I think it's something else. I don't think he's blaming Maddie, considering the way that his false sense of reality as far as their relationship goes. I think he felt like he was in love with Maddie, or something else. I don't think that he would blame her for coming on to him, or thinking that. Like, I don't think it's victim blaming. I think he's going to try to say that somebody else had already done something, or that Jennifer was doing something, and he just kind of joined in, as horrible as that sounds.
Can I have the pin to your
Hey,
phone?
Boomer.
42586.
Yeah, the mixed DNA is questionable. We did talk about that in my DNA video. It is very weird and very questionable.
42586.
You be safe, Veronica.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. And then, okay, so when you guys FaceTime, what do you guys talk about?
It's usually with her mom right there too. We're just chatting.
Okay. I noticed that at some of the times that you guys are FaceTiming, it's like really late. Is it normal?
So I don't remember hearing that it's usually with her mom right there too, and we're FaceTiming. I could be wrong, but I didn't remember hearing that before, because I assumed that it was Madeline's stepsister. And if I had heard them say her mom's usually right there and we're FaceTiming, I think I would have known that it was Maddie. I do remember the part she just said, usually it's kind of late. So that I think that part might be new too.
Normal for her to be in bed late?
Yeah.
Okay.
And her bedtime's usually around 10:30, 11 o'clock. I talk to them both before bedtime when I'm not here.
Okay.
10:30 is supposed to be her bedtime, but she gets a push it sometimes.
Okay.
But mom's always present.
when you guys are FaceTiming. Okay.
Sometimes we're using her mom's phone to FaceTime with her. Sometimes FaceTiming them both together on one of the phones.
Okay. And then yet you said that yesterday you accidentally factory reset your phone, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I didn't remember her talking about it's usually with her mom present. Sometimes her mom is there. Sometimes we're talking on both devices. I definitely could be wrong and just misremembering because it's been a while since I listened to the other audio, but I really did not remember that being there. Tracy, good to see you, said Stearns really thought that factory reset or whatever he did beforehand, like they wasn't going to get no evidence off of his Tully. No doubt. I mean, always thinking that he's the smartest person in the room all the time.
Do you remember what time that was?
No, it was sometime in the morning. I had been pushing off doing an update for a while.
Was that before or after you went to the smoke shop?
Before?
He answered that with a question. Rachel said her Bob is always present is telling a statement. I find that interesting too. If her mom was always present all the time, I think she had to know. I mean, again, like I've said before, you made the comment about the Woody Allen situation, and you can't tell me that he was abusing this child for 7 or 8 years and nothing was ever said out of line. He never made a comment that would make a normal person be like, what the fuck did you just say about my child? Like, I can't believe that never happened. I just can't. Jenna's Gypsy said you can hear his voice drop when he says, yeah, he reset it. Yep, because he knows he did it for a nefarious reason, and he knows he's fucked. Absolutely. His first trial is, I think there's going to be a hearing in April. It's supposed to be May 5th, I think. May 1st or May 5th. And then the homicide trial is in September.
I'm not sure. I'm not a morning person. It's a newer phone. I was doing this update. It had some sort of weird option at the bottom that said something about reinstall everything, and I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing.
Okay, can you
It was
explain
right
to
there with
me? Where were you? Like, were you in your settings?
I was following whatever the links were for the OS update.
Where I don't have an Android, so I don't know where you.
I'm not super tech
Is
savvy,
it like a text? Was it?
It was a push notification that came in at the top that I had just been ignoring.
Oh,
for
like
a
up
long
here.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it was it's a boneheaded maneuver.
Okay, and then where did it direct you to?
I don't know. It took me to a page with all the stuff in the system, and I clicked something. I wasn't paying attention.
Do you remember what it said? Like, what kind of update was it?
It was like a big OS update, and it had all these options, and it was like reinstall.
Amanda, yes.
Hey, what's up, nigger?
Okay.
What's up?
Okay. Hold on a minute. Lord have mercy. I apologize to anybody who that offended. Yeah, right, Abellis? What the fuck was that? Like, I didn't even check my back chat. They said, I just don't even know. I just banned them from the studio. It said that anybody will have to authenticate. So if you try to come up, let me know, and I'll try to make it where you I'll remove it if I know you. I should have known better. I've never had that happen before. I never understand people that do that. Like, what's your end game? Like, why? It was MC Nemesis, is what the name said. Hold on, let me see. MC Nemesis on Amazon Music, and now they're in the private chat saying the F word, the FA word. So, okay. Have fun with that. I hope you got what you wanted. Okay, sorry. Lord, I lost my train of thought, what I was going to say. Let me play the video. That was weird.
Reinstall something
Right, Hunter.
with all the apps and stuff. Reinstall everything, the apps and stuff. I don't know exactly what I said. I pushed it, and it started doing the update, and then it turned into some sort of reset or something. I'm not sure how I did that.
Okay.
I was half asleep, and
then when you came back to get your key fob, what did you?
Can y'all hear me? I just want to make sure I'm hearing. It didn't because I don't know if he reported me or something, then it could mess up the stream. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to try to cut it out when I upload it. When I put it on my channel for later, I'm going to try to cut that out, but I just want to make sure I'm still here. Okay, cool. Thank you guys.
Did you do when you got here?
ran inside, got the key fob, ran back out again.
Okay, where did you park?
Right up here, I think.
Okay. How long would you say you were inside your apartment for?
Literally long enough to run in, grab the fob, and come back out. So.
Okay, and then what did you do?
Most.
What did you do when you came back out?
Got back in the car and went back on the morning mission.
So why would it take you 10 minutes to walk in and grab a key fob? Like, if I was legitimately going in my house to grab a key fob or whatever, a key for the sake of argument, whatever, it would take me literally like less than a minute. I would run in, grab it, and run right back out. So he just said I ran in and grabbed it less than 10 minutes or like 10 minutes. That's way too long. That was so mean. I don't know why people are like that. I don't think necessarily they hate us. People are weird. It's like the whole peeping Tom situation. Like they get enjoyment out of me not knowing that they were going to say or do that, and then being able to come up and say or do it. It brings them joy for whatever reason. I mean, I'll never understand it. Like, even if you disagree with me, come up here and have a conversation. Like, why you got to act like a daggum fifth grader? Good morning, Black Knight, or good afternoon, good evening. Black Knight said, true story, I had an app on my phone for WK that made me change my PW every 60 days. But by the way, I could use my thumb. I changed it one late night and forgot, and it wiped my phone and lost everything. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, Madeline. Veronica said, the more life I live, the weirder the people I know get, worse and worse. Yes. Yes. He's so helpless and fragile. Yep. Forget pathetic. Mad Monkey said, when that idiot goes to trial, we should play bingo with all his stupid words, like the shutterbug, snoozing, meandering, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we should. We should. I don't know if he's going to testify, so I don't know if it'd be much of a bingo, but that is a good idea. He does always seem to have a hidden agenda, Tracy.
Okay. The camera has you in the complex for 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. For work?
Does that seem about right?
Yeah, coming into the complex, driving around, parking, getting the fob, coming back out. Sounds about right.
Okay. And then you leave. What time would you say you dropped her off at the school? Or not at the school, but in the area?
My estimate was sometime between 8:20 and 8:40.
Okay, the camera has you leaving the complex at 8:31.
8:31. Okay, so it must have been closer to 8:40 then.
Okay, and then after you dropped her off, did you go directly to the smoke shop?
I did. I went directly to the smoke shop. Waited. It was supposed to be open, but it wasn't.
So this is where they start hounding him about his time frame. Lori said, Jen's reactions, although this was never normal in my way of thinking, the reason being she knew all about it and hence defending him in case he sticks her in the lawyer, etc. Yeah. She knew all about it and she's defending him in case he snitched on her. I think it did become a game of who's going to snitch first. Megan said the whole story changed. He said, after I dropped her off, I went straight to the vape shop. They were closed, so I left and went home. An hour later, I came back and it was open. Yep, he never mentioned going back to get the key fob until they busted him. And Boomer said, I love how they busted him here, and me too. I'm definitely here for it.
I waited a little while to see if they were just being slow about turning on the open sign. They weren't, so I went home at that point.
How long do you think you waited?
5, 10 minutes maybe.
Okay, so if you drop her off at like 8:40, how far is the smoke shop from there to where you dropped her off?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many minutes. How far?
Did you go anywhere else after the smoke shop?
Sorry. I don't know. I don't think I went anywhere specific. I was just driving probably in the direction of home. But I don't remember stopping anywhere specifically.
And you were there for 5 to 10 minutes?
Roundabout, I think.
Okay, so like let's say you drop her off at 8:40.
I'm going to pause right there real quick. Lori said Jen was never being drugged by Stephen Stearns because she told detectives she instructed them both to sleep upstairs. It was normal for Jen to do that. I absolutely believe that. I believe that Jen did not see Maddie that night at all. I don't think Jen saw Maddie Sunday night, when she got home from work at all, because I think that when Stephen was there, it was normal for them to be sleeping in the bed together. So just like any other night, they were already in bed when she got there, and that's why she texted and said, make sure she's asleep by 11. I think that Jen absolutely knew what was going on, and again, I think it was normal. That's been my theory for a while. I don't think she ever saw her that night.
We don't see your car coming back south until 10 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing between 8:40 and 10 o'clock?
Cruising around a little bit.
Okay, but I asked you earlier, like what you were doing, and you said you were there for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then you came back home.
Yeah, well, I went to the smoke shop, like I said. But I may have been meandering around the area, but I made my way home.
Okay, but I'm asking you earlier, right? And even
Cara said, I guess she made a stinky Magoo bingo card test. That's awesome. We'll definitely have to pass those out. Rhonda pointed out that later in this conversation, female law enforcement kept referring to Jen as his wife, and he never once corrects her. I feel that law enforcement was establishing that he is repeatedly deceptive, lying by omission. I think that's a good possibility. I do.
Been like the first time we talked to you, you're not telling us that you're like, just cruising the area, like you're coming home. So I need to be able to explain to my supervisors why there's such a time gap.
I mean, I don't know what to say. It was just a normal day. We didn't have anything important to do. The smoke shop was supposed to open soon, so I made my way over there. Wasn't any particular rush, though.
Okay, but can you help me explain to them, because I don't know the explanation or the answer to this question, okay? So can you help me explain to them why there's such a delay in the time?
Madeline pointed out mapsing. Didn't he say he wasn't mapsing it, referring to the drive? Yeah, he did say that, and I've never made that connection. So thank you for pointing that out. He did say, I think he said I wasn't mapsing it, referring to the drive because he didn't have his phone. But I never made the connection that he said the word mapsing. So thank you for pointing that out. I do believe that. He did say that. He did say he wasn't mapsing it. And that would be obviously because he didn't have his phone. Jenna's Gypsy pointed out that he said meandering. I'm gonna try to stop pausing it so much. Boomer said he also refers to himself as Maddie's stepfather. Yep, he sure did in the beginning.
No, can't explain it. I wasn't going anywhere in particular. I wasn't doing anything in particular. Just making my way to the smoke shop. Waited for them to open. They did not open, and then I left.
Where did you go from there?
From the smoke shop, I went home.
Okay, the smoke shop is like 10 minutes from here, right?
15, 20-ish, something like that.
Earlier you told us it was 10 minutes.
Time is not a strong suit of mine. I'm guesstimating here.
I understand, but I have to be able to explain, you know, where you were for an hour and 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And right now I can't explain that.
Okay. Smoke shop was supposed to open close to 10. I waited. They did not open. And I came home.
Okay.
What time specifically was it supposed to open?
10 o'clock is when it's supposed to open.
So why'd you go at 8:40?
Like I said, I didn't go exactly at 8:40. I went to the smoke shop after I dropped her off.
But even if it was 9 o'clock, that still would have been an hour before they're supposed to open.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you think it would be open?
I didn't think it would be open. I was hoping I would get there early enough and wait for it to open.
So you would have waited an hour for it to be open?
I did not wait an hour. I got there maybe 20 minutes before it opened, 15 minutes before it opened, and just sat and waited.
But then you're seen coming at 10 a.m. when it's supposed to open, already coming down.
Leaving because it was supposed to open at 10 a.m. I waited a few minutes after 10. They were not opening, and that's when I left.
You did not wait a few minutes after 10.
What do you mean?
I love how they're calling him out. I was going to tell y'all a funny story real quick. So I told y'all how I kept submitting FOIA requests to try to get new information to Orange County. And I had somebody call me back and they were like, we've sent you everything, so stop calling. I do believe it was the woman in this audio, because she told me, she said, I've worked this case. There's nothing else I can send you. I have sent you everything, which obviously they hadn't, because all of these documents come out. But I do believe it was her that talked to me that day and was like, basically, stop calling. I've sent you everything. Funny story. And yeah, I'm loving how they're calling him on his BS. And he's trying to lie after lie after lie to explain his time frame.
At 10 a.m., you were seen coming down southbound on Jongyong Parkway at the intersection of Jongyong
At 10
Parkway.
a.m., I was still in front of that shop waiting to see if they were going to turn on the open sign.
Okay, but if you dropped off at 8:40 and you said you only waited for a couple minutes at the smoke shop, why would you still be there at 10?
I waited to see if it would open, and they did not open.
We got that part. But you said you were there for a couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said you were there after, a couple minutes after 10. So that's...
It doesn't make sense.
I apologize for that. I'm trying to help you out the best that I can, but
Right. So, like, if you drop her off around 8:40, let's say, give or take 10 minutes, you make it to the shop around 9, the smoke shop, and you sit there and wait for a couple minutes for it to open. You said you waited for maybe 5 or 10 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. Does it make sense that you're still there at 10 o'clock?
I was there at 10 o'clock.
Okay, so what did you do before that?
I dropped her off, and I made my way over. Not a direct route, but I made my way over there.
Did you stop anywhere on your way to the smoke shop?
I don't think so.
Do you have...
Now, remember, it's either the early morning hours of the next day or the night of, like, after he did these things. Now, you're already saying, I don't think so. I don't remember, lying about the story, having your time frame off. Like, can you guys tell me what you did today? Because I can tell you everything I did today. Like, today, not yesterday, not 5 days ago, not 5 years ago, today, this day. Or, you know, like, even if it's the early morning hours, it's going to be like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, can you not tell me what you did when the sun was up? Like, come on. So weird. Like, and that's how they get onto him so quick, in my opinion.
Problems with your memory that you can't recall what you did?
I'm extremely ADHD. I'm sorry.
I'm going to pack that up because I love that part too. And I know you guys, where she's like, do you have problems with your memory? Like, what the fuck's going on here?
I was there at 10 o'clock.
Okay, so what did you do before that?
I dropped her off and I made my way over. Not a direct route, but I made my way over there.
Did you stop anywhere on your way to the smoke shop?
I don't think so.
Do you have problems with your memory that you can't recall what you did?
I'm extremely ADHD. I'm sorry. So just details start to get fuzzy after a while. Even the times I'm giving you are my best guesstimates here.
Sir, you cannot blame ADHD for that. And the times are not going to get fuzzy after a couple of hours. I love that. I love that. She said, "Do you have problems with your memory? Like, what the fuck's going on here? What's going on?" And obviously they were onto him, probably even before this, because they had already taken his phone, but they're not having any of his mess. They aren't having any of his mess. Rachel said, "This line will go right to a jury. They have the video of exactly where he was and the times. These tapes will do him in." Yes, they will. We saw the printout of like the pictures of the traffic cam that show exactly where he was when he goes out of town to drop her body off in the woods, and then when he's coming back. Like, they've got everything. I don't know if I said hey to you, Mallory and Nessa UK, but hey, you guys, and welcome in. This was the 27th. Okay. And I probably said it in the beginning. So she was reported missing on the 26th. It was the early morning hours of the 27th. So let's say a day. I could still tell you what I did yesterday. Like, I could still tell you. And I want to give room for a trauma response, right? He might have, like, it's going to be a traumatic event that could cause you to have some memory issues, but to that extent, I mean, and again, we already knew he was lying. Hey, Brenda, good to see you. Yes, the irritation in his voice. Yes, I do. If he was talking to anybody else, I wonder if he would have snapped. Anna, hey, babe.
I didn't have my phone with me at the time, so I wasn't aware of exactly what time.
There's no time on your car?
Transpiring. There probably is, but it's not my car. It's my parents' car.
How certain are you that you were outside of the smoke shop at 10 a.m.?
90% sure.
What makes you think that you were there at 10?
I saw lights on inside the place. It looked like they were coming to life in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it looked like they were about to open.
Mm-hmm.
And I was waiting to see if they were going to turn on the open.
Do you remember if there was anybody inside?
I couldn't see inside from the outside. But after I came home and then went back to the smoke shop again later, when they definitely were open, I stopped in and got my vape juice finally. I don't remember the name of the guy working there, but he was like a skinny guy, short, skinny guy.
When you came back for the fob, did she go inside with you?
No, she was in the car still. She was asleep.
Where in the car?
Passenger side.
The front seat.
Correct.
Okay. Did she at any point go in the back of the vehicle, like in the back seat?
No.
So she was in the front the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Awake or asleep?
She was asleep.
Okay.
She was confident. We had gotten up.
How was she positioned in the front seat?
Leaned back in the seat, just kind of conked out, napping.
Where was her head in relation to the seat?
Against the seat, I think. Against it. Just.
Was the seat leaning back, or
the seat was leaning back? Yeah, she had leaned the seat back so that she could recline in.
Okay. And then I need you to try to, refresh your memory.
So we know that they've already checked the traffic cameras, and we know from the reports and things that we've heard that she was not in a natural position. She was slumped forward and leaning over to the left, kind of over the center console with her mouth agape, is what they said. So she's asking her here, what position was she in? Because she had already seen Maddie in that position, slumped forward over the center console with her mouth open. And so that's why she's asking him what position was he in. And again, she's just noted in her mind that yet again, he's lying. Evermore said never to give him more excuses, but my memory sucks. So I might sound like this also, but the cameras prove he's all his lies. Right. And my memory's not the greatest. Okay. So I'm glad that you said that. So do you think that, let's say this was the 27th. Okay. So this would have been the day before, the 26th. Could you tell me what you did yesterday? Could you tell me like if you went, let's say, think of a day. I mean, I don't know if you leave your house, but if you're driving around yesterday, can you tell me where you went? I could maybe give grace for the time frame thing, considering he didn't have his phone, but most vehicles have a clock in their car. Even so, maybe it wasn't programmed right. So I could give grace maybe for the time frame, but can you tell me where you were? Can you tell me if you remember everywhere you went? From a day before. I think that even with memory issues, you probably could. And again, I mean, we know that was an excuse for him. I'm just, wondering. I have questions, Rhonda said, I think Stephen was hyper aware of his timeline. He spent way too long covering for himself. He even had Jen saying that they dropped Maddie out close to the school. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ever Love Me said, his questions are so obvious that she knows and he just keeps lying. Yep. When the police are asking you about something so specific and you know that you're lying, it's because they already know the truth. Like I tell my kids, if I'm asking you a question, more than likely, I already know the answer. So lying to me is not going to help you. I promise. I have a few comments to read real quick. Linda said if he was doing the choking thing, would he press so hard as to dislocate Madeline's hyoid bone? And would Madeline reach up to scratch his hands? This to me showed his real intentions was what happened, no accident. I think that that's a very possible speculation because her hyoid bone was broke. There were scratches on his hands, and there was foreign DNA under one of her under her fingernails on one hand. So I definitely think that that's a possibility, Linda. Chatterbox talks a lot. Said he must have thought to himself in this moment, damn, I nabbed. Because when do they ever ask what position someone's head is in when they're in the car? Exactly. Michelle said agape. Yep, that was what the paperwork said. I remember that specifically. Her mouth was agape. Megan said, I have a good memory and I can name everything I did. All stops I made, like spaghetti for dinner, went to the grocery store and got kids from school. Right. And then Ever Loved Me, I might have called you Evermore, I do apologize, said, most likely I would give a basic idea, but it takes me a second. But I am a very habitual person to help with memory. Okay, so that's good to know. All right, thank you for letting me know and explaining that to me. California Amy said, wasn't Jen at the blood appointment? So she left for the blood appointment, I believe it was at 10:35. Okay, so I remember the times 9:45, 10:35, and 11:15. One of those are when she left, and I think the time she got there, and then her blood appointment. I can't remember. At 10 o'clock, she would have either been gone or leaving the apartment. I can't remember the exact time, but I do think it was along those lines. Nessa said it was broke on one side, and the scratch was on that side. Yep. And then lastly, Mad Monkey said, now the idiot has two stories. One where he dropped her off an hour early before school, and the other Maddie going to the vape shop and getting dropped off around 8:45 at school. So did he say, I remember them saying that he took Maddie to the vape shop, but I didn't think it was in this one. I hope I didn't miss it. I don't think it's in this one that he says Maddie's with him at the vape shop. But I could be wrong. I might have missed it. You don't think he's blaming Maddie as far as saying I didn't start it? Abellis said, I normally have a good memory, but occasionally something is just gone. I've always had that. Okay. All right. Rhonda said, I think Maddie told him she thought she was with child. I think his intent was to get rid of the evidence, or she threatened to tell on him. I agree. He called her at 10:18 when she was still at the clinic. Thank you, Boomer. Yes.
When you got the flat tire on 192, what could you see around you?
It's 192. It all looks the same. I'm so sorry. I'm drawing a blank as any specific businesses or names.
Did you pull off to the side of the road to a business?
I pulled off into a side plaza, like one of those little strips along the side.
Again, I find that suspicious that you didn't know where you pulled off at when you got a flat tire. But of course, he does know where he pulled off at because he was disposing of her poor body. Megan, I think they do have her on camera in his car. Somebody commented that last night. There is an interview in that stuff where the police question him about Maddie being in the car at the vape shop, and he changes his story. And when they said this, I said, you know what? That's probably accurate because it's not until 9:40 that she is put into the trunk. So I'm still working on finding that. If he says he was there at 10, though, I don't know. He might have put her in the trunk and then went to the vape shop. I'm not sure. I'm still looking for that interview. I still got a lot to go through with this.
Dug around for my spare and my jack. Thankfully, we had both.
What direction were you coming in?
I was going towards John Young.
Good question.
Okay. So that direction.
And it was a plot.
They haven't released it yet that I know of. I still got to go through those documents, but not that I've seen. Because, okay, the homicide document, there's a 1,000-page document, and then there's like a 501-page document, and then there's like an 87-page document, okay? And that's the whole homicide thing. Well, the 1,000-page document was edited Monday at 2:30. And then the 501-page document was also edited Monday at 2:30. So something has changed about those two documents. And I'm wondering what it is. I haven't had time to go through it all, but I'm going to look and see if I notice anything different. Mercedes said he goes on a long, big monologue, a big, long monologue about injuring this finger, remembers every detail about the finger injury, but nothing else. Yep. And he don't think that's suspicious. Carr said, I'm in the boat that he thinks Maddie started it. Chomos tend to blame the victims for starting it. I've seen interviews with a serial chomo because a 4-year-old needed assistance taking a bath. Yeah, some of them do. And I think that it's very possible speculation. I just don't think he's doing it with her. But that's just me. We'll find out for sure at trial.
Plaza. You don't remember any businesses that were in the
I
plaza?
don't. I was focused on the.
Nessa,
What
you
color is the
okay?
plaza?
Oh God, I have no idea what color the plaza was. I'm sorry, didn't even register a detail like that.
Okay, remind me again what you were doing on 192.
I was looking around at different game shops. One of my card games just had a release on Friday, Lorcana.
What card are you talking about?
It's like a trading card game, and they had a big release on Friday, so I wanted to go around.
What's the card though?
I'm sorry.
What is the game?
It's called Lorcana.
Lorcana?
Yeah, Lorcana. It's a trading card game made by Disney, kind of like Pokemon cards or Magic the Gathering.
Okay, and you stopped at what shop?
I stopped over by Target. I was going to see if they had any. I then went up and was going to go to a place called House Rules Games. That is on 192 and Oak Street.
Mm-hmm.
I did not make it to House Rules Games because I got a flat tire.
Okay, which Target did you go to?
The one down on 192.
192 and what?
What's wrong, Brenda? Did I say something? I hope I didn't offend you in any way. Mercedes says she can't believe she's actually having this conversation with a grown man. Lisa Lynn said he surely knows all about that, but doesn't know anything else. Right. Good point. Compliments of the janky tire iron. Right. I mean, just the way he speaks is irritating. That's why he writes poems and things, I think. He ain't going to no freaking Target. Sure did not. Mad Monkey said, don't you think they would have pulled both conversations between these two before and after the I can't risk it text? Text. Absolutely, I do. Absolutely, I do. But they haven't released it yet that I know of. I'm going to check. Content said, I can change a tire in 8 minutes. I've timed it. That's with a tire iron, janky or not. Good point. Lastly, Michelle said, oh, he remembers every little detail about his stupid little games and his cards, but can't remember anything else about what he just did that morning. Give me a break. Right, because he doesn't want to, because he did something nefarious and he's lying his ass off.
Is there more than one down there?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the area.
I'm so sorry, Daisy.
It's the one down there by the Walmart, I think. I'm not sure what the cross streets are. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I wish I could be more help. I'm so sorry.
The hell you are.
And how long will you change your entire foot?
I'm not sure how long it took. I got back here by like 2:35, 2:40, because I was trying to get home to go with her to go pick up from school. And we needed to leave by 2:30. The flat tire made me late for that.
This shirt broke my heart, y'all. It says it's my birthday. It made me so sad to see that. That's in her laundry basket. It says it's my birthday. Like, that really broke my heart to see her shirt saying it's my birthday. So sad.
Okay. And there's absolutely nothing that you can remember about the plaza that you got the flat.
No, I don't remember color. I mean, it's all just kind of brownish, I think, along there.
And you said when you got your flat, you were heading towards JYP from 192.
Yes.
Okay, where's your flat tire at?
It's in the trunk.
Okay.
I've got the spare on there right now.
Yeah, I saw the spare. I don't think I have anything else. Your wife has my phone number. If you can remember where you got your flat tire, just have her send me a text message, okay?
Okay. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I know the details are important, and just the way our brains work with ADHD is those things can get fuzzy.
Sir. No, sir. Notice they're referring to Jen as his wife. Black Knight said that's so sad. She was so excited and then did this to her. It's so unfair and so evil. It is. It really is. I was talking yesterday about this is the first time I submitted a FOIA and I got it back. I had tried submitting FOIAs here and there in the past, but I had never tried one out of Florida. So when I got it back, because of sunshine laws, I was excited to have the information, and that's, I was able to start my channel, and I was going through stuff, and I saw that picture she drew of what was happening to her, and I cried for literally 2 hours. It made me cry. It broke my heart for this child. And it taught me that, sometimes I need to be careful what I ask for, because that shit bothered me. It'll probably stick with me forever, that picture she drew. It's awful. Brenda said, exact time I got a text that I owe a toll, and I hate N-word and R-word. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that troll was not cool. Nessa said that pic of Maddie trolling in her dress as her birthday on her last sunset makes me cry. It's really sad. Irene said he's sorry. That's the only true thing he says. He is a sorry ass excuse for a human being, right? I agree.
Are you on any medication?
I'm supposed to be. I have not been medicated lately, so
Okay.
I'm not a morning person.
He's supposed to be on medication, but has not been medicated lately. This was something that y'all found that I had not picked up on. So remember, he said that he's not been medicated lately.
I'm very time blind on the best of days and forgetful. So I understand that none of that is helpful in this case.
Okay.
I'm pretty sorry.
I explained to your wife that we're gonna have the apartment secured for the rest of the night. Okay?
Why? So the investigation is not going to happen tonight?
It is. So, I explained to her, me and him have been out all day, right? So we're going to go home, but just because me and him are going home doesn't mean that there isn't other people out here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We have another unit out here, which is called Violent Crimes. They're out all night. So they're going to keep looking. We also have some of our detectives that were sent home earlier to get rest because they were going to come and relieve me and him, right? So we're going to take like shit.
Mad Monkey said, how and why would he do anything behind that partition wall? It would be so easy for one of the roommates to hear or to see. And if they did anything in there, nobody heard or saw anything. That's a question I've had because from what I understand, there was some kind of fluids on her blanket as well, or something on her mattress cover or something like that. And I've always been like, how the hell did he do that behind that partition where you can see through it? She was so beautiful.
Shifts with the investigation, because obviously if we're exhausted, we're of no use, right?
We're all exhausted too.
Right. Does
My
that
brain is mush.
right? And we don't want that to happen with anything that we're doing. So what we're doing is we're taking turns with whatever needs to be done. So we'll brief whoever's coming next, and then hey, this is what we did. This is what needs to be done. Okay. The reason we are keeping your house for the night is because your house.
So, Cat R, hello and welcome, said if he drugged Maddie, there may not have been much noise. That's a good point. That's a good point. I would think you could still see it. Now, I wonder what these are. It looks like Advil, like the blue Advil gel caps. And I think now that I'm looking at it, it does say Advil. It says ADVIT. I think it might supposed to be an L with a heart. And then it says something else on the bottom. I saw that bag briefly when I was putting the pictures up, and I didn't stop it to look closer at it. Why we got Advil in a daggum bag? Like, why do we not have it in the bottle? The one roommate had concerns, but yet she let it go. She did have concerns. She told Jen about it, and I think at that point it's like, well, I've told Jen, I guess she has it under control, because obviously no mother's going to let her child be hurt, and I think that's kind of the mindset that the roommate was under. And I think after she said something, she never saw Stephen with Maddie again, if I remember correctly, but it was because she come home so late at night and they were probably already in the bed. It says Advil for menstrual cramps. Okay, thank you, Boomer. Black Knight says sometimes I get wrapped up in my fury at Stefan and Jen, but this little girl that had her whole life ahead of her and she was abused for so long, afraid of the boogeyman, and he was sleeping next to her. Yep, it's really sad. Boomer said that the bag does say Advil for menstrual cramps. Thank you for that. It was for school.
Cannot
Okay.
be completed by one person, right? We don't do that. We have a unit that comes and takes pictures and does whatever they need to do with the house. After a certain time, it's only one person working in that unit, and she can't do it by herself. So people come in at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
So when the rest of her squad comes in, they're going to come in and, tackle your place as a unit so that they can get it done quicker. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then I explained to her too, because it was lost in your car, we are going to also tow your car. Okay. It's going to go to our sheriff's office, which is at 2500 West Colonial.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, Rose.
She said she needed to get her medication. You're not under any medication.
I have medication in the house, though, that I do need to get, my blood pressure meds and anxiety meds as well.
Okay. So I'm going to try to figure out where all of this stuff is. Where's your stuff at?
Upstairs in the guest room currently.
In guest room number 4?
Yes.
Okay, so I know he says in later interviews that he was medicated, heavily medicated, and he probably does in this interview right now. But right now what sticks out to me is that he said that he hadn't been medicated in a couple of days, yet you just got to the apartment and your medication is up in the room. So why do you have your medication if you haven't been medicated in several days? Hey, Rose Thorne. I don't know what you said, but yeah, he doesn't correct Jen Soto, or he doesn't correct the officer by saying that that's his wife, because he wants it to appear that way. He doesn't want anybody to pick up on what's going on. Megan said that's why she was a wild sleeper, as Jen says. She's trying to wake her mom for help, but Jen's all drugged up. And that whole Jen excuse. Jen, excuse my language. Yeah, I think that she was definitely sleeping like a monkey or a gymnast, as Jen so eloquently put it, because she's trying to scoot away from him to get him to leave her alone, and Jen didn't wake up, which is so sad. Mercedes said, I love thinking what he must be feeling right now. House being searched, car being towed. He's freaking on the inside. He absolutely is. Amanda said, right now, why does he say in the guest room upstairs? I do believe his substances may have been up there, but he said he didn't take them in a couple of days. So why are they there? Like, you've only been there a couple of days and you haven't taken them in a couple of days. So why are they there?
And it's on top of the mini refrigerator.
Is it on? Does it have your name on it?
Yes, all of it.
Okay.
Where does she
keep her medicine?
In her zipper case on her nightstand, I believe.
In the downstairs.
Correct.
What zipper?
It's like a little sort of brown zipper case. It's on her nightstand. So right on top of her
Okay, so I can just bring the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any bottles on top of the nightstand around it too, but you might want to grab those. Yeah, just.
Is there anything that you can recall that we haven't asked you? I know we asked you like a whole bunch of questions earlier, and we just asked you like a whole bunch more.
I don't know. My brain is so mush right now. I barely slept. I haven't eaten in 2 days. I'm trying to think of questions for you.
Can I see what shirt you're wearing?
What's that?
Can I see what shirt you're wearing?
Yeah. Just a blue shirt.
Okay.
So she asked that because they have him on camera wearing the red Deadpool shirt. So she's taken note of the fact that he's changed shirts to the blue shirt. And the way when he says, what's that? Like, what did you say? It's because he heard what she said the first time, but it caught him off guard. So he asked her to repeat it. That's why he's like, what's that? What did you say? That's what people do when they're lying about something and they want it repeated. They ask you to repeat it so they have a second to think of the lie they're going to tell. MK Connecticut, thank you so much for the support. That was so very sweet of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And Abellis gifted 10 memberships. That was so very sweet of you. Thank you so much for the support. Let me see if I can tell who those went to. Dang, I meant to do that for Edith earlier, and I missed it. I missed going back and checking. Okay. Thank you so much, Abellis. Those went to my angel, Connie, Rhonda R, OG Nanny, who's the OG. Whoopsie Daisy. I like that name. Barbie D, Jennifer, Nina, Susan, Marshall. Thank you, Abellis. That was so very sweet of you. I'm going to grab the crazy train and come pick y'all up on the way to Speculation Station. Oh, I'll play the other one for you, Abellis. I'll play the Polar Express one. Thank you so much, Abellis. That was so sweet and supportive of you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Michelle said that's why she punches and kicks in her sleep. Maybe she actually isn't sleeping and she's punching and kicking, trying to get him off of her. Sad, but possibly true thought. Black Knight said, oh, that's right. Jen used the essay she went through to get disability. I forgot. So Jen couldn't work because of trauma from essay, but her daughter was being essayed on the daily, shaking my head. It's a sad thing to think about. Mad Monkey said, was there a tripod set up in that makeshift room along with that firearm? So I don't know if the tripod came from the makeshift room, but we're going to talk about that next. I want to show y'all some pictures that I put on my Patreon. I'm going to grab them from there because the ones I want to talk about are on there already. So it's easy for me to grab them there. And I want to talk to y'all about some of them.
Remember what shirt you were wearing on Monday morning?
I believe it was this shirt. I'm still wearing the same shirt.
Have you showered since then or anything?
I showered.
So he said, I believe it was this shirt. They know damn well it wasn't, and he does too. Lisa is me. Thank you for becoming a member. Megan said Jen used Maddie. She hated her because Tyler still didn't want her. She was jealous and didn't want Maddie. I hope that's not the case. I think that Tyler attempted to be part of her life, even though it was later in life. Lisa is me. Thank you for becoming a member. I'm going to grab the crazy train and come pick you up on the way to Speculation Station. Thank you so much, Lisa Isby. That was so very sweet and supportive of you. Now you got access to the videos. I do. I get more personal on my members only videos. So you get to see the seeds and things that we're growing. Oh, really, Michelle?
Showered the other night.
He said the other night.
Not since yesterday.
Not since yesterday, but there was no DNA from anyone else but him on him. So I think he did shower.
Sorry. Your hair is even still greasy.
I know you got a cut, right? From
changing the tire.
Do you mind if I see your arms?
Yeah, go for it. I haven't changed the tire.
Do you mind taking your sweater off?
It's cold, but yeah.
No, they tried to use that. They said they kept him outside in weather that was way too cold because and that made it, and he hadn't eaten all day, and they had him out in the cold, and he was barely dressed, so therefore he was distressed, and they can't use what he said against him. I saw that. Lisa is me. You gifted 5 memberships. Wow, thank you so much for the support. Those went to okay, that was Bellis. Okay, those went to Denise. Wait, what? Kathleen, Maria, D Marie. Okay, so that was 5. Yes. Thank you so much, Lisa. Lisa is me for the gifts. That was so very sweet of you. I'm going to grab the crazy train and come pick y'all all up on the way to Speculation Station. Y'all shake it out the bushes. Thank you so much for that. Y'all breaking everybody out of the bushes. Thank you for that. I missed it to begin with, and then I saw that it popped up at the top. So Maddie looked just like her biological father. I think when Jen looked at her, she saw him. Yeah, I think it was Megan corrected it and said she was saying Jen wanted Tyler and Tyler didn't want her, and she blamed Maddie. I think that's possible.
I changed the tire in like 10 years. I made a rookie mistake. Got my thumb too close to the jack and the frame, and it slipped. Pinned my thumb in between the frame and the jack. I got lucky.
So if it pinned your thumb between the frame and the jack, sir, I think your thumb would be broken or severely bruised, honestly.
Panicked and pull it out, which you're not supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a lot of pain. I panicked.
And flip your hand over. Can you see the other arm?
Mm-hmm. One of my parents used for a tire iron.
Do you mind if I take a picture of the cut you got?
Yeah, go for it.
Let me see if the flash works. Okay, can you go like this again?
Mm-hmm.
There might have been, Lisa.
And then flip it over for me. Let me do this. Flip it over, please.
Oh, really? Okay.
Is it good?
Yeah. She got her stuff. So let me go get your stuff, and then you guys will be good to go. Okay, where are you guys gonna head? Do you know?
No, I Yeah.
Okay. Can you have your wife text me an address of wherever you guys end up
Yeah, I
tonight?
think my dad's on his way down too.
Okay.
So Jane Doe said, didn't they also try and say he was medicated and on top of being cold and not eating? Yes, they did. So Misty, thank you for being here. And thank you for being here, Jane Doe, said there was a tripod in bedroom number 4, one in Maddie's bottom drawer, and one in Jen Soto's closet on the shelf. So the one we're going to look at today is the one that's in Jen Soto's closet on the shelf. I need to double check the pictures because everybody tells me there was one in Maddie's bottom drawer as well. And I've never seen the one in bedroom number 4. I've still got to find the picture of the one in Maddie's bottom drawer, but I do believe that there was that one there. The one I want to show you, I want to go through some of the pictures, and I was going to point out that it did appear to me the tripod was on the shelf in her room, in Jen's room. How many in this chat on tripods? I don't own one. I had like a thing to hold your phone, but my kids broke it. I don't have a tripod. I don't know if it's unusual for somebody to have a tripod. Jane Doe said, yes, there was a tripod found in Maddie's room and one in Jen's closet, I believe. Yep. I've got the one in Jen's closet. Mad Monkey said, yeah, the smaller tripod was on the floor laying down. That was in the partition room because there was something else near it, like an old camera or something that was really odd. Okay. Thank you for clearing that up. A lot of you are saying I don't have one. I mean, and keep in mind, like, the only reason I use them is for doing YouTube videos or something. If there's 3 tripods, then Jen's got some explaining to do. Yep. Yep.
Let me just verify with your wife her pills, and that's it. Okay?
Hey, Fox.
And then your phone, they're going to work on it overnight, so you'll probably get it in the morning. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay.
If you would like to get these photos and this audio and so much more in the Stephen Stearns case and other cases as well, you can get them on my Patreon. I also want to thank Lil Red and Sandra for your help with this. Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end, and have a wonderful evening.
Okay. I'm going to try to go to Patreon to pull up these pictures that I put on there this morning. MK Connecticut said, I've never had a tripod. They needed plenty because they filmed everywhere. I question it. Foxy, thank you so much for becoming a member. That was so sweet and supportive of you. That's awesome. Now you get to see the more personal videos. Thank you so much. I'm going to grab the crazy train and come pick you up on the way to Speculation Station. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Thank you so very much, Foxy Amazon. I really appreciate that. My son he heard me talking and said, hey, Foxy hot dog. Don't know what that's about. Okay, I was trying to look at it, but I can't. Let me see. All right, I'm going to pull up my Patreon, and we're going to look at these pictures that I put on there this morning real quick. That's the tripod. I didn't label them, so we'll have to just kind of click through them. Let's see. I don't know which way it's going to go. Oh, it's going to download them. Well, dang it. Let me see if I can. No. Okay, it's going to download them that way, and I don't want to download all of them. So let me try one more thing. Oh, okay. So I'm going to send this real quick, and because Cara just grabbed a document that's interesting. So we'll look at that, and I'll also pull up the pictures for us to look at too. But I have not, I was so busy this morning, I have not gone through and picked out like specific ones. So we'll just click through them and see what we see. Excuse me. Really, Rhonda? That's so cool. All right, I'm going to grab this document. Okay, let me share this. I'm going to try to click through it on this, but I did download it in case it doesn't work this way. Hold on, it takes a second. Okay, so this document was from yesterday at 4:06 p.m. and it's a notice of supplemental discovery. It reads, comes now the state of Florida by and through undersigned state attorney and hereby makes the following information available to the defense and state as follows. Page 76 of the incident report, property summary, Samsung black phone, Osceola County Sheriff's Office incident report, property summary, black Samsung phone. So they gave him I'm assuming they gave the information that was on the phone. Page 79 through 80, officer summary. Page 81, supplemental report from Cole. Pages 82 through 84, officer summary. Page 85, which is investigative detail supplemental report from Chang. Page 86, incident report. Page 87, incident report, victim information. Page 88, incident report, narrative supplemental report from Khalees. Page 89 and 90, incident report, officer summary. Page 91 through 99, incident report and narrative supplemental report. Pages 100 through 104, seized report. Pages 105 through 112, narrative report from Detective Junko. Pages 113 through 121, forensic report from Janik. And the incident report from pages 122 to 127, narrative and supplemental report from Junko. Copies of items listed will be provided under separate cover. Previous discovery provided includes pages 1 through 75. Please verify receipt of all pages and notify our office of any missing pages or duplicate numbers of discovery. I certify that a copy hereof has been furnished to Elisa C. Smith. Okay, why won't it let me scroll down? Oh, now it does. Oh, it's just signed. So I do have a copy of the discovery. I'm going to definitely print that out and look at it and try to get it out on a video for you guys tonight. I don't know if it's going to have that stuff in it now, and it didn't, like anything that it didn't have before, but I'm definitely going to check that. Hold on a minute. I'm opening up the the file. I'm going to try to go through these pictures. I don't know, like we might end up going. I don't want to go through ones we've already just seen. That's why I was trying to grab the ones that we had not seen all of yet. I was trying to grab them off my Patreon to just get the ones that I put up today. But we will definitely try. Okay, let me pull this up for you guys. Yeah, I will read the police summary. I'm going to get the discovery file. As soon as we get off of the live, I'll grab the discovery and start reading through it. And then I'll put out a video reading the discovery. I think it's like 87 pages, and we can see if there's anything new in it. Hey, Overprotected. Good to see you. Okay, let's see. I guess I think it's like way down. Let's try this one and see what it is. What in the world? I would like to see the image. Can I see the image? Thank you. Okay, that's 393. I think I was past that. Yep. Wanted to see a couple of things. Yeah, we were past this. So it's on further down. That looks like a bra or some booty short underwear. I was going to say, I think I have the same kind of underwear. Oh my goodness. Overprotected. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the super sticker. You were so sweet to do that. Thank you so much. Wow, that was awesome. Thank you. Overprotected said, I've been listening. Somehow y'all were coming in lightly while my son babbled on the phone. I could still hear y'all. Oh, really? That's interesting. Rhonda said, room number 4 had a lot of concerning items in police photos. When I saw the photos, there were so many red flags. I'm no expert, but as a mom, I'm pretty observant for what could be dangerous for my kids. And I think most parents are, right? Like, you don't want anything dangerous around your kids. Indie Girl said, booty shorts, right? That's what they look like. I don't know why it's being slow. Is it not going any further? Oh. Hey, y'all aren't on the internet, are you? Okay. Okay. Thank you. So it's just showing stuff inside the laundry basket. We've seen that all of this stuff got tested. I did have an issue with the fancy bras. That's that towel we saw yesterday. The fancy bra situation, it did appear that they came out of Maddie's dresser to me, but then I went back and looked, and they definitely, I think they come out of a white dresser. And the only white dresser that I've seen so far is in Jen's room. I think the one upstairs in room number 4 was a black dresser, and I think Maddie's was a black dresser. I did see some bathing suit, what looked like questionable, like, suits or whatever, but I do think that they ended up being bathing suits. Oh shit, hold on, damn it, sorry. Okay, look, I'm gonna go through, damn it, God, I hate that fucking picture. Okay, I'm gonna go through these pictures, and I'll have it ready for tomorrow. I do apologize about that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna, Lord, breathe. Okay, I'm gonna go for the day. I'm gonna work on getting that discovery out for you guys. It has been 2 hours. Sorry about that. I should have had the pictures ready more. They are on my Patreon if you want to check them out. I will work on getting them downloaded and have them ready for tomorrow so we can talk specifically about the ones I want to talk to you about. Oh, you think that's Advil liquid? I don't think it was NyQuil. I think it's Advil. I know that one's in the picture on the video that I put out that we were just watching, and I think it says Advil on the bag. That's what we were talking about earlier. That said Advil. Let me see. I guess I can download them. We can do it that way for my Patreon, because I don't want to, I can't look at, I can't do them damn pictures, the things she drew. I can't. It fucks me up real bad. Let's see what we can pull from here, because these are the photos I wanted to get, and so I'll just download them real quick. It'll just take me a second to download them. All right. I think it's more so these anyway. So I'll just start downloading them. Hold on just a minute while I click them all and let them download. And then we'll open them up and look at them. Was that 9? Hold on, I'm not on that page where I can see what y'all are saying yet. So I'll be right back there. Okay, I'm going to give that just a second to finish downloading. I see y'all are saying ho fries. Ho fries. You think that Jen and Stefan shared meds? Possible. Mima said he's so sick. Ugh, he should have it cut off, in my opinion. I think so. I mean, I think that would be a good thing for if you're like a pedophile, have it cut off. Make them pee through a straw for the rest of their life. And that's the end of that. I wouldn't release him from jail. I'd definitely keep him in jail, but all right. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we can see him good now. It should be popping up. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm going to X out of my Patreon. Yeah, that's good. We can see him really good and well now. I would think they wouldn't be able to offend if they cut it off. Cara said, I think Jen fabricated Maddie's autism and ADHD so she could take her medication. It's possible. So this is a drawer in one of the black dressers. Let me move my thing. Basil just came in and was demanding attention. So it appears to be like some phones and chargers and things like that. Yeah, I can see y'all this way. Yeah, they do have their fingers in their mouths. I didn't think about that. God almighty. All off. That's the dresser in Jen's room. I got a file folder like that brown one that I keep all my documents in for now. Y'all, there's so many documents from this case that I've got to get a file cabinet. Like one of the small ones. I've got to get a file cabinet for all the documents I printed out. That's the back of the tablet. It was dirty. So what you see here is a reflection of the officer taking a picture, and it's the back of a tablet. I think it's Maddie's tablet. Roxanne, good to see you, said if Stephen Stearns ever gets into general population, he's in big trouble. Yep. Black Knight said, but what is so positive with the chemical castration? It helps stifle their sexual desire. That's a good idea. Mercedes said them damn hangers drive me crazy. Hey, Gothic, it's good to see you. Foxy said, I'm serious about Blake bringing back public shaming, y'all. If you knew you'd be in the stocks and people throw rotten food at you, you'd think twice. Yeah. NyQuil does make you sleepy, but I really do think it was Advil in that bag. I mean, they do look the same, though. So that's the back of the... Now, maybe that was the front of the tablet, and this is the back. Good to see you, Gothic. Often offer hormone suppressors help with that too. Yeah, she had the nerve to say he was a hoarder and messy. Yep. That's that black spaghetti strap shirt. It appears, again, I think that's Jen Soto's floor, so I think it came out of her drawers. There are pictures. I might have put them on here because it was my Patreon, but that appears to be Maddie's drawer because it's in a black dress. Excuse me, it's a black dresser. It's a laptop, not a tablet. Okay, thank you for that. Hold on a minute. Okay, I apologize. It is a laptop, not a tablet. Thank you, guys. You can see the panels when you rake the screws off to add another hard drive or more RAM. Okay. I saw like they had other devices, but I wasn't real sure. So again, like I was talking about with the lingerie type stuff, it did appear that they came out of a white dresser. And I was questioning, I was like, okay, because Jen states in one interview that she doesn't wear anything provocative. She wears granny panties and like just regular bras, right? But she had all that lingerie. So I did check. I was like, well, did it come out of the dresser upstairs? But that appears to be a black dresser as well. So I do believe 100% that the lingerie is Jen. You also worked in a computer store? Oh, wow. Well, you're exactly the person to have. Okay, so that just shows, again, the stuff on her dresser. I don't see anything nefarious. It shows stuff in the bottom drawer. My computer's being slow. This is going to be in the roommate's room where the bathroom is upstairs, and they take pictures of that. And then she's got stuff in her room, her little refrigerator and microwave, and what appears to be like 2 bags of trash for some reason. Oh, my computer is being so slow. You built and fixed computers and laptops. I need to send this one to you. Mad Monkey said, if Maddie were still alive, can you imagine she would say, no wonder that baby wanted to sleep all the time, so she didn't have to think about it. God, that's a sad thing to think about. That was that picture we just saw. I don't know why it went back to that. What? Hold on. Well, I guess that might be all that I got downloaded. Might be why my computer is being slow, because it didn't download the rest of them. Well, dang it. Yeah, that's just a repeat of those. So this is that's all I have right now. I'll have them downloaded by tomorrow. Says my browser has lost audio. I hope y'all can hear me. Gothic said, in the one video interview with Jen, she asked when she could get her laptop back because it had backup of all her pictures of Maddie on them. Oh, okay. On it. Okay. Damn, that's really lazy too. How could you sleep in your everyday clothes? You're so lazy you can't change them. Right. Yeah, so that's all the pictures that it downloaded so far. So, hey, Bazard. Yeah, tech is just grand. So I'm going to go for today, but I will be back tomorrow. I will work on getting that discovery document out and hopefully some other things today. I'm going to go get to work on that right now. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you all for your support. And I really appreciate you guys being here and talking to me about your thoughts, opinions, and speculations. I really enjoyed going through this stuff with you guys. I apologize for not having those pictures ready. I figured I was so busy this morning that I didn't have time. Speaking of, make sure you check out Hiosandra Firelight, because we did go through the jail call that I thought was new and that we thought had the, not new, but had the new piece of information in it. So make sure you check that out. She's going to release it after today's live. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. I hope y'all have a good day. Stay safe out there and kiss your babies. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you all tomorrow when we get to go through this stuff some more. So until then, please hit the like button and stay safe. Bye.